When I was a kid, I've always been into modding. I remember watching some of these Pixelmon videos and his Crazy Craft series, and even more recent stuff like playing a lot, and I really do mean a lot of Friday Night Funkin' mods. I've always loved when people would take a game and change it in its own way, and Terraria is no exception of that. And today I want to talk about Calamity, which adds, and I quote, 22 new bosses, 359 new enemies. Not to mention there's a new class, the Rogue class, where you attack with throwing weapons. I think around like 5 new modes to play Calamity, new lore to the game, brand new music and events, and so much more. This has got to be one of the most impressive mods I've seen in a while. One, because of the amount of content, and two, still being able to be a challenge without the items feeling worthless or the bosses feeling unnecessary. See, I played this in Revengeance mode and made the game more challenging, but not to the point where I want to smash my computer because the boss was being bullshit. No, everything feels perfectly balanced, and even with the recent update, the Terraria update, they made it even more balanced to help with bigger modded playthroughs. And while I've heard people's thoughts on the balancing are mixed, I think it's for the better because I would see some bigger mod playthroughs and just see them use stuff from Calamity and destroy everything in their path without any challenge, and that can ruin the experience for other mods. But getting back to the content, each boss feels really fun to fight. I mean, except for the Great Sand Shark, that one made me snore, but other than that, each boss feels really creative. One that immediately comes to mind is the Calamity clone that starts out with seeming to be an Eye of Cthulhu clone, but then fakes you out, and then you get into the real fight where she shoots these balls of brimstone. Then halfway through the fight, you fight Catastrophe, which shoots lasers at the player. And then after that, you fight Cataclysm, which dashes rapidly into the player. And then at the end, you fight both at the same time, along with dodging Calamitas. And that's just one example out of the many others I can share, like Devourer of Gods, Providence, Slime God. The amount of creativity with these bosses is amazing. Not only that, but the pixel art, man, is outstanding. There's some boss designs that people could mistake for being in the actual game. I'm serious. They blend in with Terraria's world so well that now, after playing this, it feels empty or something's missing when this mod isn't installed. Speaking of blending with Terraria's world, the 5 new biomes look amazing. The Sunken Sea, Brimstone Crag, the Abyss, Astral Infection all feel so unique to one alike. Not only that, but the soundtracks for each one sound amazing, man. They all give off the vibe perfectly. One example is the Abyss. It has this feeling of you keep going down, but also knowing that something could be there, but you don't know what it could be, so you're always on edge preparing for something that could or couldn't be there. And then for the Astral theme, it feels so new but so different at the same time, where somewhere you first were has changed drastically, which fits perfectly because the infection affects really anywhere, so going to see what's changed with this song fits perfectly. Also, might I mention, just the whole soundtrack sounds amazing. Seriously, when I played this mod, any song I was humming to and never got tired of, and I still haven't. I could listen to these songs all day. Also, I mentioned this earlier, but forgot to talk about it, so I'm gonna talk about it now. There's a new class, the Rogue class, where you deal damage with throwing weapons, and there's a new mechanic, Stealth Strike, where if you stand still without using a weapon for a bit, you can choose a weapon to throw and it will have something new or do more damage. While I think this is a cool mechanic, I don't think it'd be used very often because there's some bosses that are a literal bullet hell. Granted, I played Mage through my playthrough, so I can't really say much for it, but the fact they add this is insanely cool, let alone another class. Overall, I would say that this is a mod that any Terraria fan should check out. Like I said, everything in this mod feels super balanced and just super fun to play. I couldn't recommend it enough. Yo, I know it's been a bit ever since I last uploaded, and that's for good reason. I've been working on this video, and I'm really freaking proud of it. I tried to try and put in a lot more effort into this video compared to my other ones, and I do think that it shows. I think for at least the first video of its kind, I'm proud of it. Also, this video I've been working on ever since I made the I wanna do better video. Seriously, this video took me quite a bit, as you can tell, and I want to make more stuff like this video, but improve upon it, like maybe adding a transition to each section, for example. Also, this video was very experimental, seeing as I was trying out a new format, and I really like it. The reason why I chose to do editing and animation is because I want to get better at both of them, and the more I do them, the more I get better, I hope, but we'll just have to wait and see. I want to say that the most time consuming part of this process is the animations. Editing isn't that bad, in fact it can be pretty relaxing if anything. Not saying the animation parts are hard or stressful, but they're just the most time consuming. Seriously, I could be sitting there drawing at like 4 p.m. and the next thing I know it's 7 p.m., which is crazy for me. The thing is that it doesn't even feel like much time has gone by. Like, I'd say during those 3 hours it more felt like 15 or 20 minutes went by, which is kind of worrying, but at the same time I'm not complaining, I'm getting my work done. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Thanks for watching and have a good day.